Good morning, everybody. What is happening? What is going on? You know what day it is. Okay, first question, and they actually commented for Q&A Mondays, and that's kind of why I picked it. Why can't you get a sponsorship from Nike, Adidas if you can go to the World Championships for the USA? I would assume all athletes who can represent the USA are able to get a sponsorship deal. So me, I've actually never represented the US on a World Championship team or an Olympic team, so that's that. The other thing is, just because I'm on a US team doesn't mean that I'm necessarily top in the world. I think I've been top 50 in the world in my career before, but never anything crazy. And so with being top 50 in the world at one point, but never top like 5 or 10, in the decathlon it becomes much harder because it's not necessarily what you would call a premier event. So the times that we get to compete are much less, so a brand isn't as likely to support us, if that makes sense. But then there's also guys like Kevin Mayer or Ashton that obviously have massive contracts, but they're also world record holders. And when you're a world record holder, it becomes much easier to get a sponsorship. So ideally, this year I qualify for an Olympic team, or I make the world championship team next year and we get a sponsor. Or this YouTube channel pops off and we get a sponsor because they get some plugs. All right, Abdul Samad asks for a little advice on how to go D1 from the UK. So coming to a US school from the UK. And I was thinking about this question last night actually a little bit, and I came up with a few things you can do. One, obviously your performances have to be on par with everybody in high school in the US and or just in the world. Another thing was to have video of your performances. So if you long jump, sprint, throw, whatever you do, have video of that so that you can actually send it to a college coach, because oftentimes college coaches in the US go watch the athletes here and they can see their kid perform before they actually recruit them. If you're all the way over in the UK, oftentimes, unless you're on like a world junior team, a college coach isn't going to see your performances or how you compete, so he's going to want to see video. So send them video, email them, get in touch, reach out to them, let them know that you exist, because otherwise they're not going to know anything. Was I upset that I wasn't on the Mount Rushmore of Oregon track and field, also known as the Tower at the New Hayward? And no, to be on there would be unreal. Like, are you kidding me? Ashton's a world record holder, Raven, she world championship teams, multiple, she's a freak, and then you have Prefontaine, and I don't know who else is on there, but like, are you kidding me? That's like, they're crazy athletes. Jacob wants to know what my events were prior to the decathlon in high school and how I kind of got into the decathlon. So I was a sprinter jumper. I did the like 100, 400, 200, long jump and high jump. So I played basketball, so those kind of translated. And then as I got into my career towards the end of it, the views that I get from the people in this neighborhood while I skate around and answer questions on Monday morning is crazy. So I was a sprinter jumper and I gradually translated into doing the decathlon. So it was a little bit different for me because you guys have to understand, Ashton actually came from my high school, so that was a little bit different. He was obviously stud at my high school, and I never broke any of his records, which kind of sucked. But he also started out as a sprinter jumper, and I kind of followed in his trajectory afterwards. My senior year, I ended up doing hurdles, and I'd been throwing jab for a long time. Like I said, that was the first event I ever picked up, was javelin, but that was mainly because my sister threw it in middle school, so I obviously threw it in elementary school. So, back to the beginning. I was a sprinter jumper turned decathlete, and I was exposed to it from Ashton going to my high school, and one of my coaches was actually a former decathlete at Oregon as well. So it all kind of just led to me doing the decathlon at Oregon, following in my coach's footsteps and Ashton's footsteps, which are not bad footsteps to follow in. Dylan, you get a shout out just because you said that you're a real fan. You didn't click just because you wanted to see the shoes. You actually wanted to watch the content, so I really appreciate that. Jacob Bud, I still love you. I appreciate it. The fact that you do ballet is dope. I actually have a cousin that works in the Beauchart Ballet, or used to, was a coach there or danced in it. Anyways, that's awesome, and I'll keep that in mind. I think that the chest posture is very true in getting my lead leg higher, so I agree with you on some parts. All right, homie, you're from Germany. I don't know what your name is or how to pronounce what your handle is even, but I'll try and include some of my strength training. Maybe just some of the warm-up stuff, because the strength stuff I do a lot myself, but mainly focus on the Olympic lifts, squats, cleans, snatches, all that stuff. Power, explosion. Look at, see how fast you can move the weight, not just how much you can lift. Jason Crow, you wanna know how to recover from a hamstring injury? Well, I'm not a doctor, but I know that hamstring curls or just strengthening the stuff around it, so that means your hip and your glutes and your quad and all that stuff, is going to benefit your hamstring in the long run. So doing some hamstring curls or doing some plyometrics, you can look them up online. I'm not going to tell you to do one thing or the other, because I don't want your coach blaming me for if you get hurt doing it, but Freddie's been doing a lot of hamstring stuff and I see him do that, so I would assume it probably correlates. There's a ton of stuff online. Look up like hamstring cars, C-A-R-S or something like that. Alright, last but certainly not least, to everybody that commented about the Patreon and wanting to help out, I really do appreciate it, but like I said, never feel obligated to help out, and everyone that's, you guys are all awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you, and the channel's growing, and I think it's pretty awesome, and I honestly can't thank you guys enough for all your support. So for those of you that said that you wanted to help out but you're broke too, hey, trust me, I understand it. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of today's Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. Remember to comment on this one or comment on any of my videos, because I scroll through them all, and I'll answer your questions next Monday. But other than that, remember, be nice people, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, slow down, don't dance so fast. If you're new to the channel, which a lot of you guys are because we're growing quick, just know that I posted a video yesterday and I'm gonna post a video tomorrow, because I post a video every single day. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, bye.